When I see young men in pictures like this one that I saw this morning, it makes me so proud as a Gen X father who's successfully raised two boys, is because they're learning from the mistakes of the older men, Gen X men, boomer men, and they're adapting to the new environment. You see, we talk about this. A lot of people don't talk about the social contract between men and women in relationships of the past, where men provided certain traditional things of protection, provision, security, all these things, support, maintenance, whatever the men did of the past, to a traditional woman with a traditional mindset. This is 2025, okay? Women are not the same. Not all women, but women don't present the same thing that the great grandmothers did or women of the past. Be honest with you, some of these women today could not boil eggs without the egg exploding in the pot. They just don't have the skill set, and they don't understand male psychology. They don't know how to take care, look out for a man. They're not even trying. They don't even care what you want, because we've had 70 years of this attempt to feminize, emasculate men, but at the same time, hold them to a 1920s standard where they have to be basically providers and protectors of women who absolutely don't even like them, don't even want to be under their leadership, unless maybe till they get their biological clocks get to like, and nature kicks in and they're around 30 and they want to have some kids. So we're trying to shame men into this mindset and this mentality to be with women that are not even with the same mindset. We're telling them to be strong, to be powerful. Do it for yourself, girl. Be strong, be a girl boss, be this, be that. And the men are just going to fall in place at your feet, and they're going to do these things that are all based on this, perverted form of everything that benefits the woman. And that's what really society's become about. So when I see a man protecting his peace and putting himself first, it is the adaptation that's necessary. Nobody gives a rat's ass about you, my man. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about your peace. And everything that goes wrong in your life or in relationships, they're going to blame you. Even when you see these guys like Scott Galloway and the rest of these guys, they only care about young men because it's affecting the women not getting what they want. So they really care about the women. And obviously there's a financial motivation. Women do 80% of the spending. They care about women not getting married. They care about women not producing kids. They care about women not having the resources to go out here and shop and spend and fuel capitalism. And the men are not signing up for these deals, or they're not raising their standards to get with women that have been, for most part, feminists, indoctrinated feminists, especially in the aspect of sexual liberation. They're not, in terms of going to college and enjoying quite a bit of sexual liberation. Look, not judging, not hating, whatever else, but nothing in it that protects the man. And that's why I talk about adaptation on this channel. Dudes have got to adapt and stop living in the past. The number one thing we talk about is self-esteem on this channel and being in love with your own company. When you're in love with your own company, and like I say, if you feel lonely when you're by yourself, you're in bad company. That means you don't like yourself. Again, my perspective on loneliness is just horniness turned upside down and a lack of purpose and self-esteem and self-motivation. Those are said. If you have a social or psychological condition, that's something totally different. But at the end of the day, it's about purpose, about taking care of yourself. Men have to be their own self-advocate in a world that tries to turn them into, in a society, especially here in the West, that tries to turn them into a disposable tampon for happiness of women. This is a gynocentric environment. I love women, But I ain't stupid enough to realize that at the end of the day, I am dealing with women that have been programmed only, I know we can talk about nature and whatever, only about their self-preservation without any type of reciprocation. And in essence, they can care less about what you want. Not all women. I mean, if you got a woman that absolutely adores you, maybe the 5% woman, she sees you as, her number one preference. And we talk about this in some regards too, in terms of the selection process for men. Get the woman you need, not the one you want. Find a woman that adores you. Adores you. I'm not talking about no 350-pound Jabba the Hutt looking wildebeest. That's a woman just has low self-esteem, and she'll get with anything. I'm talking about a woman that looks decent, that takes care of herself, that's respectable, or beautiful, or whatever she is. She could be beautiful, whatever, but she adores you, and she loves you, and she's going to follow your leadership. That's it. Pick the woman you need. Pick the woman who like you. 90% of your game and all this advice, 90% of it is about picking the woman who absolutely adores you and wants to be with you. Because again, you don't have to sell anything to someone that's already been sold. Now the idea is treating her nice and respecting her and maintaining your masculinity and manhood, and being about developing yourself and keeping yourself up as a man. And that's why I don't use a lot of religion on this channel. I always say a man needs to keep that new box look in his eyes. That doesn't mean you out here looking for women and cheating. Man needs to look like he can get box. He lives his life. He takes care of his body. He takes care of his health. He moves like he can get some box. That's why I say keep the new woman look in your eye. They see two hoes jumping from eye to eye. You look and you behave and you move like you can get some new box today. Never lose that hunting drive look in your eyes. You don't walk around here with this 1,000-yard stare in your eyes because you have bought into some type of system of mediocrity where you're not taking care of yourself and you're not doing the things you need to be on purpose as a man. Your purpose should be your number one objective in life, period. Self-preservation, taking care of yourself, allowing happiness to trickle down from you. Like I said, when we're happy, when we put ourselves first, we do a better job of taking care of everybody else around us. When it works the other ways, it ends up a situation where your ass is just a sacrificial animal in general, period. But great to see it. Again, peace is the new wealth for men. You get to the point in life where you realize that no one's going to take care of you like you. And adaptation is what it's all about, young men. Don't change that about yourself. The world is different. This is not your daddy's world. Don't let these old simps and all these Scott Galloway people trying to get you to get in these traditional relationships with retired 304s, and you wonder why your house is miserable, why you can't have no peace. You and got into a relationship with some feminist, and she is doing everything she can to emasculate you, and she thinks that your leadership is oppression. It's better for you to be on your own, enjoying your life, enjoying your peace, enjoying your freedom. Peace and blessings to you, brothers. Make sure you're doing something nice for yourself today. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Do something for yourself. Again, you got to be your own self-advocate. Nobody got your back out here. Because when everything fails, you follow these guys and follow along, especially these tradcons and these religious guys, and you go here and without any changes in the laws or the laws don't change, you get in a relationship with these women. How many of these guys got your back? Not a damn one of these guys got your back when shit goes south. They ain't gonna pay your alimony. They ain't gonna pay your child support. They ain't gonna pay anything. That it's gonna be your ass on the chopping block. And the court of public opinion is going to be in her favor, period. So anyhow, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm out.